very good afternoon from the Perth Hockey Stadium here at Curtin University in Perth, Western Australia. It's another round of the Premier 1 grade, and it is Curtin University about to take on Hale Hockey Club. Hale currently sitting second on the ladder, and Curtin in 10th place, which is third last on the league table. Should be an interesting game, as Curtin had a great victory just a week ago against arch rivals UWA. Can they get a second victory on the bounce? Well, we'll wait and see what the case is in an hour's time. Well, I'm pleased to say that we did manage to catch up with one of the Hale players, not actually playing today, a few weeks ago, and that was Josh Belts, and we'll get his thoughts on the team coming into this season and how they're going so far. Well, Josh, a pretty good start to the season. 5 wins in the first 7 games, and Hale in the position you would hope they'd be in at this point?
Yeah, I think so. We've been like a long pre-season and building up to the first game, and to get 5 wins out of the first 7 games is really exciting. So, good platform to build on, and hopefully more things to come in the second half of the season.
Why was there a longer pre-season this year than previous years? Was that the disappointment of last year?
A little bit, and a new coach as well. David Staniforth come on board as the new coach. We had Tim Deven last year, and with a new coach comes new expectations and a new game plan. So everyone was on board to try and get that going.
Tim Deven, though, still playing and still a key part of the team?
Yeah, definitely. He's obviously someone that you really want to have on your side, not the other, and his contribution's amazing.
What are your expectations this year? You've got a new coach. Has he set down expectations? I mean, I'm sure he said we've got to make the finals, but does he want you in the top 2?
Yeah, not necessarily, I think, driven by wins or anything like that, or a position on the ladder. I think it's more about growing our youth. We've got a lot of young guys coming through into that ones team, so he's been a lot about trying to build a good culture, both on and off the field, and I think not only this year but in the coming years, hopefully that'll reap the rewards.
We've spoken to a lot of the players from other teams, and obviously they're talking about the loss of the Kookaburras and the Hockey Roos. You're hopefully one of the players that is going to be hoping to go to Europe with the Kookaburras for the FIH Pro League. How difficult is it for you to leave a team when they're playing well, and is there a little bit of regret although you're playing for your country?
Yeah, definitely. It's a tricky one. Obviously you want to go away and play, but at the same time I've got so many good mates at Hale and really enjoy playing with them. So it is disappointing to go, but yeah, it's one of those things.
Do you feel you've got the cover this year to compensate if you do go away?
Yeah, definitely. I think our 2 side, last year winning the grand finals, proven that they've got the depth to come up and help support us. So we've even had a couple of injuries at the beginning of this year that they've been able to come up and really help out. So I think, the depth of our squad is something that we really pride ourselves on.
And who do you see as your major threat?
Well, I think Freo have been going all right at the moment, but there's always the other consistent performers, UWA, Wasps, Melville even, so there's a few I won't name, just one.
Still a long way to go though, isn't there?
It certainly is.
Well, Josh, thanks for your time and all the best for the rest of the season.
No worries, thank you.
So that was Josh Belts, not playing today. Of course, he is rested like a lot of the elite program with the Kookaburras, but Hale will still be looking for a win today as we turn our attention to the team lineups. And the players to look out for first in the Curtin lineup, well, their player coach Nick Budgeon is going to be dangerous from penalty corners, no doubt about that. Other players to look out for, wearing the number 13, Alexander Darwin is one of their import players, but again, he too has been amongst the goals in recent weeks, having scored the late winner in that game against University of Western Australia. So he'll be looking to continue that form. And another player to look out for is one of the youngsters, Corey Lutz, who comes into the team today. Turning our attention to Hale, again, they've got some great players amongst their lineup. That's why they're sitting second on the ladder at the moment. Tim Deven, of course, is one of their key players, again, coming from Tasmania, just as Josh Belts is. Justin Knapp, their captain, will be also another important player. But the players I think you've got to look out for are number 15, Liam Flynn, and also the new import player from South Africa, Matthew Lewis, wearing number 26. So Curtin University coached by Nick Budgeon, and Hale coached by Dave Staniforth, the South African goalkeeping coach. And our umpires for this match are Matt Willis and Matthew Tate. I'm Ashley Morrison, looking forward to bringing you all of the action today. And I'd like to thank Michael Holland, who stepped in for me while I was over in Europe for the end of the FIH Pro League. And I believe he had some challenging weather conditions down in Narrogin for the regional round. But we're about to get things underway, and it looks as if Hale will start the match in the blue. And they'll be looking to get a great victory if they can today. They're currently sitting second on the ladder, just 1 point behind Melville. And they want a victory because they're on 32 points, Fremantle on 31. Straight away, they're into the circle. And, oh, saved off the line. Well, Dane Angwin in the right place to prevent a very early goal by Hale. And they've really thrown down a marker in these opening seconds. Ball went into the air, not deemed dangerous by the umpires, although eventually a free hit has been given. So as I was saying, Hale currently second on the ladder. It's very close at the top. Melville 33 points, Hale 32, Fremantle 31, and YMCA 30 points. So a win today is very important if Hale want to stay at the top of the ladder. Now I mentioned in the players to look out for, Liam Flynn wearing number 15 for Hale. Can you believe in the last 4 fixtures against Curtin University, including earlier this season, he has scored a hat-trick in every single one of those games. And in 3 of those 4 last games, he scored 4 goals in a match against Curtin. So look out for Liam Flynn. It seems to be a team that he likes to score goals against. And Curtin, they went behind against UWA just over a week ago, but they fought back bravely and managed to get a victory in that match. They've not had too many victories. That was 4-3. It was their first win since the 11th of May. So they've been doing it tough down the bottom end of the table. Good defence again, just carrying that forward with Tim Adowan. Struggle with that name, my apologies to him and his brother. Great attack coming through the middle, just taken away. It's one back. Was that a push in the back? The ball breaks loose and it's eventually cleared by Rennie. A lovely run straight through the heart from Nick Budgeon. Very nearly broke for Jordan Edmonds. Curtin, it would really do their confidence the world of good if they could open the scoring in this match. Another free hit to them, to be taken by Alex Adewine. Adewine into the circle, just dispossessed, and Hale looking to carry it forward. Good defensive work by Braden King. Braden King is a player again with huge raps on him. A lot of people saying he's going to be a star of the future. That was a great touch by Flynn, and coming off his line well, and eventually making the save was Mark Taylor. Taylor reading that well and timing his challenge to perfection. Lachlan Ashton plays it in from the side. We've got 2 Ashtons playing for Hale, as we've got 2 Adewines playing for Curtin. And on the ball now is Alex Adewine. Short pass comes out to Joe Welsh. Welsh looking to spread the ball wide to Edmonds. Edmonds cuts infield well. Fouled in the end by Lachlan Ashton. A little bit of space down the right. Budgeon took up a good position, looks to cut infield now. And that was a great block to steal possession back for Hale. Budgeon looking to close down Tim Deven. 2 of them both hailing from Tasmania, but now very much calling Perth home. Tim Deven, of course, with the Sporting Globe pub down in Rockingham. And I believe also the one in Mandurah. So it's another free hit to Curtin. Self pass played down the line by Maverick Yao. It's ricocheted into the air, but it's going to be a free hit to Hale as it took a nasty blow on the hand. That was brought down by Budgeon. Budgeon draws the foul from Deven. Deven again just lets the ball hit his foot and slows things down. As Curtin wanted to get on with things quickly, Budgeon self passes, moved it away. And I don't think the free hit was taken inside the 23 metres. Not sure the ball travelled 5 metres before he played it into the circle, hence the free hit. Certainly he took it outside the 23 metres, but it still needed to go a little bit further. Scanning what's on is Justin Knapp. Good lead in the midfield coming from Jack Pearce. Pearce closed down by 2 Curtin players. Cut out in defence that time by Christian Nettleton. Once again, Curtin able to run through the midfield and being allowed maybe just too much space there. Alex Adewine was the player that given that space. Direct pass into the circle. No deflection able to be had by Patrick Lowther. I should mention as well, Hale, one of their key players in the forward line missing at the moment is Alec Rasmussen, who played for the Australian under-21s, the Boroughs. He's currently out with osteitis pubis and up in Queensland rehabbing in Townsville, so we wish him a speedy recovery. And no doubt it gives him a little bit of time to concentrate on his business, which is Field Hockey Label. If you want training gear or kit for your games, you can contact Alec rather. He's the man who obviously plays the game and knows what players want in terms of clothing as well. But we wish him a very speedy recovery, and he hopes to be back, I believe, before the end of the season, so maybe in time for the finals. He's formed a good partnership with Liam Flynn over recent times. Flynn there was just closing down. Also closing down was Michael Ferguson, as the ball just runs over the stick there of Maverick Yao and out of play, so it'll be Hale ball on halfway. Devon. One back by Hale, not a lot of support going forward, so Devon tries to find the foot, finds it and gets a free hit. That's taken a long way if it had been taken from where the offence occurred. Budgeon. Good pass though, cut out well at the back by Knapp. My apologies, not Knapp, it was Blake Wallace. Adewine trying to play that down to brother Tim. And just a miscommunication between the two siblings. Gives us a chance though to thank our sponsors, FMG, the new force in iron ore, Ausdrill bringing more to mining, and Danks Furniture. 3 of the 5 sponsors that make this live stream possible, and we thank them for their support. Maverick Yao from the side now, as we've just gone past the halfway stage of this first quarter. Inching down the line was Ryan West. Free hit though goes against him, and Hale get the chance to come forward. That's a good lead and a good pass, but probably just too much pace on it, despite the strong effort from Nat Curtin to get on the end of that. It's been one back though by Hale, Jorgensen. Good work from him out wide on the right-hand side. Now it comes to Knapp. Knapp infield, managing to find Lewis, who goes back again to Wallace. Knapp, the captain. That's another good pass forward from Hale, picking out the run once more of Curtin, who's shown 2 good leads early on. That's not the best of passes though. It's good work undone, and well, the ball is going to be from the side. I thought there was a little bit overzealous challenge from Lachlan Ashton. Umpires don't agree with me. So now it's Maverick Yao on the right-hand side. Certainly strong challenges going in from both teams at the moment. Physicality's there. Yao needs to watch the hand in the back there on Curtin. Breaking forward, a little bit of space, but on the reverse stick, never ever got hold of that was Sam Barker. So the interesting thing as well between these two teams is, at the moment, the way it stands on the ladder, Hale have a goal difference of plus 25. Curtin have a goal difference of minus 25. So you would think there are going to be goals in this game. Lovely pass into the circle and a brilliant save again, coming off his line by Mark Taylor. In fact, I don't think Taylor had to make the save. It was a good break into the circle though by Sam Ashton. Taylor though off his line really well and forcing Taylor wide. Now it's a break forward again from Curtin. Well, they felt that should have been a free hit, that the tackle from behind was more of a foul, but no whistle. Umpire's letting play go. So 4.5 to go. Now in this first quarter, no goals as yet. Hale coming close in the opening minute. It's another good steal in the midfield and a chance to attack from Josh Bowen. Bowen going around the outside. Bowen one hand on the stick into the circle. Long corner awarded. So long corners, of course, now from the 23-metre line, directly opposite where the ball crossed the baseline. The umpire still points to the corner. There's been talk of trying to come up with a new name for it, but at the moment it is still the long corner. Breaks inside the circle for Hale, but good defence coming back. Desperate defence coming from Dane Angwin. Still though, Hale pursue the ball into the circle, and it's going to be another long corner. Ball was just rolled onto the pitch by the ball patrol. Hale wanted to get on with things quickly. Deven, south passes now. Just lost the ball for a second and he upended, and it's good clearance over the sideline. Deven again back on his feet now to take the free hit. Just touches it, carries it forward. It's a good pass into the path of Sam Barker. Barker dispossessed. Budgeon having to be strong on the 23-metre line. Gets the free hit. Deven now comes back and, well, maybe Deven a little bit lucky not to get a card there. They're saying the free hit was inside the 23-metre line. Comes to Budgeon again. A short pass manages to pick out Nettleton. Nettleton's infield ball was cut out brilliantly by anticipation from Matthew Lewis. Lewis, the South African. It's dangerous from penalty corners. He had 4 years in the first 11 at Clifton College in KwaZulu-Natal. And was very much regarded as a talent of the future for South Africa. Missed most of 2017 with a knee injury, so he's really pleased to be back and be given this opportunity to play over here in Western Australia. Wallace now. Subtle pass, took the weight off it, managed to feed it into the circle to Ashton. Again, it's a long corner conceded by Curtin University. Hale would love a goal before the first break, and they're pursuing it at the moment. Braden King, short little pass again, picking out Sam Ashton rather. Into the circle it goes, good defence, but it's gone off the stick of Nettleton and will be yet another long corner for the men in blue. Played square now to Lachlan Ashton. Ashton tried to just get that one to the edge of the circle, gets the return pass. That was deflected off the shin pad, so it will be first penalty corner of the match, won by Lachlan Ashton. And this is where Hale have some possibilities. This may be their chance to open the scoring. Taylor, Mark Taylor talking to his defenders, obviously telling them the lines he wants them to run or the lines that they've worked on in training, with Nick Budgeon as the coach, no doubt having kept an eye on what Hale are doing. So Liam Flynn waits at the top of the circle. Alongside him is Deven, but it'll go to Flynn. In fact, it's a direct shot saved by Taylor. Rebound comes back, and the whistle has gone as it just caught the toe of Curtin. So good defence from Curtin, managing to keep Hale at bay. And looking to go on a quick counter-attack. Well read, though, by Wallace. Wallace, short little pass, infield, feeding Sam Ashton. It was a tricky ball to bring under control, and Budgeon has stolen it back for Curtin. And will they get the goal before the break? And unfortunately lifted high into the circle from wide by Charlie Norman. Devon now. Plays it wide. Lachlan Ashton dispossessed, and is there time for one last attack? Devon working hard to get the ball back, and the ball, he's not going to give it back to Curtin for the free hit, and that may well be the end of the play unless it can go quickly forward. Wallace watched it all the way onto his stick. And French cricket style brought it under control, and the hooter goes, and that is the end of the first quarter. No goals as yet, but it has been Hale doing most of the attacking. And we go into the first break with a scoreline that reads Curtin University 0, Hale 0. Welcome back to Perth Hockey Stadium. Once again, just like to thank Tiger Turf and Kookaburra, two of our sponsors, making this live stream possible as the players from Curtin make their way back out to the centre of the pitch, as we have grey clouds coming overhead, and hopefully that doesn't bring with it some rain. A little smattering of water coming from them at the moment, but hopefully the strong breeze will just carry that past us, and the blue clouds will come soon after. But it does look a little bit ominous overhead over the university buildings. A lot of grey coming towards us. I'm sure there'll be plenty of illuminating action on the pitch as we're about to get the second quarter underway. Well, they thought they'd stolen it, but it's given back, and that's going to break through nicely for Sam Barker. Barker kept it in play really well, manages to find Devon. Devon was looking to feed that into Flynn, but good interception at the back from Curtin. And that was a rather lazy pass from Jordan Edmonds, and it lost possession, and free hit now to Hale just outside the circle. Josh Bowen calling for the ball. Bowen, who won a bronze medal at the National Championships in the WA Under-21s team in 2018. Here comes Budgeon. Budgeon just holding up play and then sliding a beautiful pass into the path of Edmonds. Edmonds leaves it behind for Adewine. That's Timothy Adewine. He's got a free hit for his... well, no, it's gone the other way, and no wonder Adewine was a little bit disappointed. I thought that was a Curtin free hit. Strong challenge comes in from Joe Welsh. Welsh, though, can't get on the end of it. It was a good recovery coming from Bowen. Certainly Curtin are looking like they're trying to take the game to Hale. Devon, still plenty of life in those legs for Tim Devon, and certainly always competitive. Lachlan Ashton finds Devon again. Devon had just drifted ahead and nobody picked him up. So a free hit now for Devon. South passes, carries it forward, played it into the path of Lewis, but it was an awkward height and Lewis couldn't get it under control. Now Budgeon, solo run from him. Budgeon accelerating, great speed from him. On the reverse stick, going to be hard for a shot, gets it away. Good save from Rennie though. And Rennie is going to be helped out by Lachlan Ashton, who'd come back and was ready to pick up the rebound and allow Hale to play it forward, but they've lost possession playing out of defence. Ashton, though, again cleans up at the back for Hale. And that pass was just too much on it for Dane Angwin. Oh, the deflection, well, you could see what he was trying to do, but Lewis, he was actually trying to get his feet out of the way. Curtin, the longer it goes without allowing Hale to score, I'm sure they will believe that they're in this match and they can sneak something from them. They've had a pretty bad run of results leading up to their victory over UWA. They lost the 4 previous games, losing those to Vic Park, Fremantle, Old Aquinians and Westside Wolves. Devon manages to pick out Flynn. Flynn in a little bit of space. If you've just joined us, he's the man who has scored 4 hat-tricks in succession against Curtin University. He's looking to continue that great run of form as the ball breaks forward for Ferguson. Ferguson, though, couldn't keep it in play, but it's taken a touch off Curtin. They don't believe the decision from the umpire, but they've got to get on with it. Into the circle it goes, deflected away. Norman gets the free hit just short of the 23-metre line, so Curtin again can breathe easy for the time being. Very narrow down that side. There's plenty of blue shirts and making it hard for Curtin to play out of defence. Budgeon trying to turn and use his pace. He's done very well to keep possession. Feeds the ball to Lowther. Lowther, good pass to Adewine. Adewine, this is Timothy Adewine. Good pass to the baseline. Norman almost beat Rennie. Rennie with good save with his stick. Eventually deflecting it out of the circle. Devon now bangs it forward. Here's Flynn, one player to beat. Flynn can't beat the keeper. Taylor saves and pushes the ball wide. Well, again, Mark Taylor to the rescue for Curtin. But what a pass from Tim Devon to pick out Liam Flynn. Liam Flynn, who was promoted to the National Development Squad in April this year. So all the goals that he scored finally being recognised as into the circle. They go again. That time it was good work coming from Marcus Jorgensen. Jorgensen, another of the young players coming through. Jorgensen will turn 18 next month. The self pass just taken there by Braden King. King plays the square pass. A little bit of space now for Lewis. I think King, sorry, well, certainly Lewis was expecting King to play the first time ball back to him, but it's all good because Hale have kept possession and Devon smashes that one into the ankle. Apologises, but with a big grin on his face. Maybe a little bit of a sadist inside. Tim Devon lurking very deep inside. So Braden King. Good pass again, kept in play well by Sam Barker. Barker tries to play square ball into the circle, intercepted again by Curtin. Lovely body swerve from Budgeon. Budgeon again manages to create some space for himself and, well, also manages to pick out Lowther. Square pass is at top of the circle. Norman leaves it for Budgeon. Budgeon slides it in. It looked as if it was going to ricochet back to Norman, but good defence once more from Hale, and they stay calm under pressure and dribble it forward. Here's Flynn. Flynn just has Devon inside him. Looks to cut infield. He's beaten 2 players. Flynn's still going and eventually dispossessed. That was a really well-timed tackle coming in again from Jordan Edmonds. Edmonds on the ball now for Curtin as they look to attack. Comes down to Luke Checker. Checker plays it back. On the reverse stick, it bobbles and it just caught the back stick there as that was played in. So Liam Flynn. Deven back to Flynn. Flynn's control lets him down for a moment. Stolen, good defensive play and really determined play again from Jordan Edmonds. Jordan Edmonds, who came through the Northern Senior High School, was runner-up in the MVP to Casey Hammond at the club. Casey Hammond, of course, who played for the Kookaburras a couple of games, maybe a bit more than that. I think it's probably 5 or 6 games. So now breaking forward, Tim Adewine, who's now on the left-hand side. Manages to get the better of Justin Knapp, so it'll be a free hit to Curtin. That's a good pass, and into the circle, driving towards the baseline, and it's just gone the wrong side of the post. Now, Jordan Edmonds was in there again, gives a thumbs up. That was great work by Curtin. Can they do it again? Into the circle it goes. It's another good pass. That was a push in the back, and they might feel a little hard done by. And the penalty corner has been given. It was Luke Checker who got a push in the back from Marcus Jorgensen. And so now Curtin University have their first penalty corner of the match. Can they open the scoring? 6 minutes and a little bit more away from half-time. So, Tim Adewine making his way to the baseline. He has his, just trying to see if his brother is at the edge of the circle. He is indeed. So he scored 2 goals, as I mentioned, to snatch a victory in the game against UWA, University of Western Australia, just over a week ago. And we've got a player gone too early, so suddenly that's going to make it easier for Curtin. Blake Wallace just breaking from behind the goal line. So now just 3 defenders and the goalkeeper. Can Alex Adewine score here? Comes out, it's trapped well. He spins, releases it, Budgeon denied. And it will be a long corner. There's good routine, sharp save again from Ben Rennie. Good position, Budgeon into the circle. Budgeon. And another penalty corner. It's a good sustained pressure from Curtin at the moment. They've only won 3 games this season. They've had 2 draws as well. So once more, making his way to the baseline, Tim Adewine. His brother Alex waits with Budgeon alongside him, doing the stopping for them. Is Ryan West. West stops. Adewine goes direct this time. Good save. Not sure if it was the postman before it came off Rennie. I think it just took a touch off the stick of Justin Knapp. It's going to be a long corner, though, to Curtin directly in front of goal. Charlie Norman plays it back. Joe Welsh goes wide and kept in play eventually at the second attempt. Played into the shins of Nat Curtin. So this is a good spell of pressure from Curtin University. Of course, they were formerly Curtin Pirates, but they've dropped that name, and it's just Curtin University these days. Stolen defensively, and now it's Flynn. Flynn being pursued. Not much help coming for Flynn. Flynn, oh, a lovely pass by him, but unfortunately, it just didn't run into the path of Marcus Jorgensen. But a good run out of defence by Jorgensen to take up that position. So showing that willingness to get forward and be in a position. Jorgensen, as I mentioned, just 17 at the moment at Hale and played for the state under-16s. A lot of people thought that Hale would run over the top of Curtin, but Nick Budgeon suddenly has them functioning as a fairly good unit. Hale, though, on the attack. Great block coming in from Joe Welsh. looking to carry out a defence. There's a wall of blue players. Not quite sure how managed to get the ball through that time. Wallace dispossessed. And there's a chance now as the ball comes to Charlie Norman. Norman looking up to see what options. Played it square, but there were 3 blue shirts and easily collected in the end by Sam Barker. Into the circle it goes, and good stop from Taylor. Shot will come in, it's deflected, and it's lucky for Curtin. He was deflected away from goal. Kept under control wide by Jordan Edmonds. Edmonds now leaves the free hit and makes his way forward. A little bit of banter going on between him and Nat Curtin. Oh, it's given away again. Flynn, top of the circle, squares it to Deegan, back to Flynn, and Flynn has pushed it past the post. Well, you would have felt sure that Liam Flynn would have scored then. But once more, just that step forward from Taylor, maybe putting Flynn off. Well, there you go. Is this game going to be one of those that's just decided on a situation like that? Falling as he was turning to try and play. That was Braden King. He's slow to get to his feet, but quickly on with things again. Norman couldn't get that into control inside the circle, and Lachlan Ashton. Oh, played on through the legs. And that looked a little bit again as if it came off the back of the stick. Taylor off his line. He's lost the ball. Should be a goal, and it will be a goal in the end. Sheer determination from Sam Barker. And Barker opens the scoring, and Curtin are complaining. Well, they're complaining about the ball that was further up the pitch. I think it was Ryan West's run. But it is a goal to Hale. That'll be disappointing. Just over a minute and a half left in the first half. Curtin will be frustrated, and certainly that frustration did bubble over momentarily as players turned to the umpire in the Hale defensive side of the pitch, feeling that West had impeded on his way forward. Not West, sorry, my apologies. It was Charlie Norman. I've been getting them round the wrong way. 224s, so I think I've called Ryan West Charlie Norman a few times, so please accept my apologies. Ryan West. Ryan West, who went to the Government Stirling High School. Charlie Norman, who's also went to Como Secondary College, so they probably know each other. A little bit of space now for Lowther. So in the final 30 seconds of the first half, and Hale just trying to have one last attack. Into the circle it goes. Good defensive play coming from Tim Adewine. And that is played forward now by Ryan West, and it will go out of play. And that is the end of the first half, and it's been a tight tussle here between these two teams. Curtin have had their opportunities but have been denied by some good goalkeeping by Ben Rennie. And to be fair, Mark Taylor as well has done his job in goal for Curtin University, but the ball just dribbled underneath him and was pounced on in the end by Sam Barker. And so Sam Barker managing to open the scoring in this match, and we go in with a scoreline that reads Curtin University 0, Hale 1. Welcome back to the Perth Hockey Stadium as the second half of this match between Curtin University and Hale Hockey Club about to get underway, where you can see plenty of development here at Curtin University and some of the building and construction work being picked up in our effects microphone. It's always double time on the weekend, isn't it? So no doubt many keen to have a work today on Saturday. But it is Hale currently leading against Curtin by 1-0. Sam Barker scoring with just a couple of minutes through till half-time. And Curtin, though, have been in this match throughout. They'll just be feeling a little bit hard done by, and no doubt will be hoping that they can get an early goal in this third quarter to bring them back in the match. I'd like to just thank our sponsors once more: FMG, Ausdrill, Danks Furniture, proudly Western Australian, Tiger Turf, 3 different systems, unfilled, dressed and filled, and Kookaburra, who make the live stream of all of these Western Australian Hockey League Premier 1 matches possible. So the Hale players making their way out. The hooter goes for play to get underway. Still waiting for Ben Rennie to make his way into the circle. Umpires are happy for things to get underway. The whistle goes. And Curtin, as the sun comes out, can they find a way back in this match? Certainly they've been competitive throughout the first half, and you wouldn't put it past them to get a goal. But that is a harmless ball into the circle from Maverick Yao. And just to give you an idea how this has been a good performance from Hale in the last 4 meetings between these two teams. Hale have scored 27 goals and Curtin 5. And it's only 1-0 at the moment now. There could be an avalanche of goals in this second half, but at the moment, Curtin are in this match. With their ball from the side, Maverick Yaudu play it in. High press now, though, coming from the men in blue. And a mistake. It's exactly what they were trying to get. They've got a long corner. Calling for the ball to get on with it is Josh Bowen. Bowen goes to Deven. Deven squares it. Good defence from Curtin, and now they've got the chance to attack. Budgeon driving through the middle. Great defensive play coming back there by Josh Bowen. Steals it back. And this time it's good defensive play coming from Nettleton for Curtin. Goes infield. Another mistake at the back. Barker very nearly pounced. Maverick Yao cleaning up, and the ball ricochets off the shins in the end of Sam Ashton. Well, Hale felt it was their free hit. Clearly, in my opinion, it went the other way, and it should have been, and we're going to go all the way back. Well, I'm pleased to say, blue skies and white clouds now just drifting over the Perth Hockey Stadium. It's a beautiful day now, not too warm. Ideal conditions for the players. As making his way forward is Braden King. King, who hails from Geraldton, used to play for the Murchison Club. And just too much on that for Lachlan Ashton to keep it under control. Taking their time playing this in again. It's a high press from Hale, putting Curtin under pressure. Ball ricochets up. That should be a Curtin free hit. Nettleton plays it forward. It's received well by Edmonds. Edmonds again, square pass from him. Budgeon was having to stretch to get on the end of that pass. Certainly asking a lot of his coach was Dane Angwin. Deven, too much space to allow Tim Deven there, and his pass is a good one into the circle. Flynn looks to lay it across. Taylor meets it with his pad. Good trap at the top of the circle, and penalty corner 1. Good work coming from Michael Ferguson. Second penalty corner of the day for Hale. Is this where they will stretch their lead? Ferguson makes his way to the baseline. Liam Flynn waits at the top of the circle as Braden King, stopping for him. Devon to his left. Will Flynn go direct this time? Last time it was a shot from the stopper. It's going to be King again, who stops again, looks to slip the pass. It's good save from Taylor. That was a very good save to deny Matthew Lewis, just pushing the ball underneath the goalkeeper. So Taylor at the moment keeping his team in this match. It's a brilliant steal by Sam Ashton. And played after the whistle, maybe lucky to get away with that. Tim Adewine. Lewis goes wide. Braden King, it ricocheted up off the stick of Adewine. So King again over the ball for Hale. Wall of orange shirts, south passes, just played it cleverly. Again into the Curtin player and trying to combine along the baseline. Good defense this time from Curtin, but they've given it back to King. King, good pass from him and a lovely turn along the baseline. And trying to just get along there was Josh Bowen. Best he could come up with was a long corner, which Devon's taken quickly. Curtin just caught napping a little bit there. Comes back to Devon, he slides the pass into Flynn. Once more we see good goalkeeping from Mark Taylor and also good work defensively. I think it was from Maverick Yao, who's hobbling a little bit, just got caught, it looked to me, by the trailing stick of his goalkeeper. King keeps it in play well. Short little pass, looking for the return pass, but not given. Bowen continues to hold possession, and over the side it goes, off the stick in the end of Dane Angwin. Devon again given space. Flynn just closed down and the ball taken away by Nettleton. That's West. West plays it forward. West again. King, good pass from him, picking out Jack Pearce. Bowen. Bowen forced to go back. That was good defence coming from Joe Welsh. It was a good lead forward coming from Michael Ferguson. It's going to be 16 though. And you can hear the building works. Suddenly they've hit rock, I think. Screeching noise, almost similar to fingers down a blackboard as the shot comes in, ricochets away, and it's a good finish by Tim Devon. Devon coming across as the ball ricocheted out, and Hale have a second. There was very little that Mark Taylor could do that time to prevent a second goal for Hale. So Devon, who played the ball into the circle, continued his run as they were trying to force the ball over the line, and then as it ricocheted out to the goalkeeper's left-hand side, he was there to just squeeze it into the turf and into the net. So this will now be a real test for Curtin. Alex Adewine plays it forward. Jordan Edmonds has certainly not given up the ghost yet. Managed to just get it past Lachlan Ashton. Lachlan Ashton, who has the, it's almost the look of the former England hooker Gareth Chilcott about him with that headband. Similar beard and hairstyle. Deflected into the circle. Good defensive play though, coming back from Blake Wallace, who read it well and lifted his clearance, but it's been brought down by Curtin, and unfortunately the pass wide to Edmonds just had too much pace and was a little bit off target. Lewis, good control from him. And Hale get the chance to just stroll forward now. That 2-goal cushion making a big difference. Just trying to get around the back. There's Charlie Norman. Charlie Norman, who made that great pass through the centre for Sam Barker to open the scoring late in the first half. Budgeon loses out to Tasmanian teammate Tim Deven. Maverick Yao, well, went in hard against Jack Pearce, but Pearce came out on top in that challenge. Now it's Lewis. Lewis and Yao. Lewis battling hard. Yao just finding his foot, though. And it's a free hit to Curtin, and Yao again. Looks like he's a little bit in the wars. Thrown to the air. Off his line well was Ben Rennie. Wallace, down the line he goes. Comes infield now to Sam Barker. Barker's pass was a good one, picking out Flint. It's going to be one back. That was real determination shown by Nat Curtin. Curtin, though, just losing out then. Deven tries to win it back, catches the foot of Joe Welsh, so it will be a Hale free hit. Deven. Ooh. Was that 5 meters? I'm not so sure it was. But anyway, benefit of the doubt goes the way of Hale, and they've got a long corner. Lachlan Ashton goes back to Wallace. Again, Taylor, good connection with his pad. Clears the danger well outside his circle. And now we see Curtin throwing players forward. Good to see. Good chance as Lutz was, well, just ran away from Corey Lutz. Corey Lutz, who comes from Wagen, made his debut in the Curtin team in 2018. It's a nice little pass, and Lewis gets another free hit. Lewis, who's played for the KwaZulu-Natal under-16s, under-18s, and also South Africa under-16s. Started playing when he was 6 years of age. Of course, South Africa are about to be involved in the African Nations, which will see which African team would directly qualify for the Olympic Games in Tokyo next year. Good stepping in front defensively from Rowan Bilney. Bilney. Edmonds. Alex Adoyne. And it was good play by Curtin just at the edge of the circle, though. In the end, it was Jorgensen who stole possession back for Hale. Stayed very calm as he intercepted that pass and then carried the ball forward. So this could be a very important victory for Hale. Comes out wide to Ryan West. West wins the free hit, makes his way forward, leaves it to be taken by Bilney. Hale now dropping players behind the ball. Edmonds back to Bilney. Bilney closed down again by Flynn. 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. And it looks as if Liam Flynn is not going to maintain that fantastic goal-scoring record against Curtin at the moment. Ball comes back to Edmonds. Great pass, top of the circle. Well, penalty corner awarded. Ryan West had the space at the top of the circle thanks to a brilliant pass by Jordan Edmonds. And a penalty corner, the third now for Curtin University. Is this where they're able to pull a goal back? Hale players trudge to the halfway line. Making his way to the baseline again is Tim Adewine. His brother Alex waiting at the top of the circle. West doing the stopping. Alex Adewine, and alongside him is Joe Welsh. It's going to be Joe Welsh, you feel, this time. Stopped well, Welsh, little flicky. I think he was trying to play that into the path of Tim Adewine, but Injector not able to get on the end because there's deflection from Hale. Long corner taken quickly. Good defense by Sam Barker. And it was a good ball out, and unfortunately for him, Sam Ashton couldn't get it under control, and it's Curtin who've come back on the attack again. Through the legs they go, and appealing for a free hit, not given, and Hale take advantage. Flynn, it was a great lead by him and a brilliant dummy, letting the ball run through to Ferguson. Ferguson comes centre field to create some space, angles his pass out wide to Ashton. Ashton to Flynn, Flynn trying to pull it back. Flynn's got the space and he pushes it wide of the post. Well, just as I said he wasn't going to score, Flynn getting in a brilliant position to score, and really good combination play between Sam Ashton, Flynn, and also Michael Ferguson. So Curtin again go in search of a goal to give them a lifeline. Well read though by Braden King, recovered well. Knapp though loses out, driving through the middle, trying to get on the end of that. I think it was Luke Checker. And now there's Flynn. Flynn has a little bit of space. Players in front of him. Gives it to Ashton. Ashton looked to play it square to Ferguson. Ferguson will keep it alive for Hale. Flynn now is inside the circle. Good defence, though, coming there from Tim Adewine. A little bit of space again coming forward now for Hale. Well read. But it's still going to come to Flynn in the end. Flynn, lovely turn from him. Slips. It should be a goal. West saves, though. Well, West brilliantly off his line this time to deny Bowen. Otherwise, it could have so easily been 3. It's a long corner, taken quickly, taking a tumble as he turns is Josh Bowen. And that will be the final play of the third quarter. So Hale managing to find a second goal not long after the start, just 7 minutes into the second half. Tim Deven getting the goal. And so as we go into the final break, it is Curtin University 0, Hale Hockey Club 2. Well, the players making their way back out onto the turf as the grey clouds again just come overhead. If only they'd pass quickly and we could have the blue clouds back. But it's Hale leading Curtin by 2-0. Just a reminder, coming into this match, Hale was second on the ladder, just 1 point behind league leaders Melville. So win so important. And then 1 point behind them were Fremantle, 2 points behind YMCA. So very, very close in the Western Australia Premier 1 grade. As we get the final quarter underway, is there a way back for Curtin? Or are Hale going to go on? And is Liam Flynn going to find some goals? If you've just joined us, he scored a hat-trick in the last 4 games between Curtin and Hale. Yet to score today. And in 3 of those 4 games, Flynn scored 4. Liam Flynn, whose sisters play for Wasps. And his parents, of course, play, well, say of course, but his parents having represented Zimbabwe in international hockey. Should state that his mother is not one of the Golden Girls that won the gold medal in the 1980 Women's Olympics. Yao into the circle, it goes back post. Well, it so nearly fell for Jordan Edmonds. Good position taken up by him. Edmonds deserves a goal with his endeavour today. He's also got a birthday coming up in a week's time. We'll be turning 25 on the 28th of this month. So we'll wish him an early happy birthday. Braden King. As the rain starts to tumble here at the Perth Hockey Stadium, Flynn impeded but manages to keep going. Flynn into the circle, unselfishly lays it forward. Taylor, that is an outstanding save as the ball just bobbled up off the stick of Jack Pearce. Taylor read it brilliantly. So Mark Taylor, as I said earlier, has kept this team really in this match as Budgeon, who's threatened so many times. Good pass this time from Budgeon, picking out Lowther. Lowther looking to feed the ball back. West now in the corner. Budgeon collects, edge of the circle, spins, gets the ball in. Brilliant defence, though, coming from Braden King. One back by Ryan West. Steven, though, will steal it back now for Hale. He'll create a little bit of space, use his class and just create time, but his pass was not as good as he would have hoped, and neither was that one. I'm pleased to say that the rain was short and sharp as Flynn now takes on Maverick Yao. Yao gives him a little bit of a push, and Edmonds comes back and concedes a free hit. Flynn wanders into the circle as the free hit is taken quickly by Josh Bowen. Bowen leaves the ball behind and gives Edmonds a chance to just push it over the side. Hale certainly will want a few more goals if they can get them. Wallace. King. Oh dear. And that was unfortunate, but it's going to hurt. Dane Angwin down. He just got that on the shin as King was following through. Just ran into that space and he's just gone off the edge of the pitch. And Angwin hobbles off to the bench to get some ice on his shin. Another one of the country boys, Dane Angwin. His nickname, I believe, is Bulldog, so I'm sure he'll have that Bulldog fighting spirit and be back out there very soon. What a pass that is. Brilliant pass. And Yao with a little bit of space, picked out brilliantly by Tim Adewine. It's going to break now for Jordan Edmonds. Edmonds looking at options, looked for the foot, but didn't manage to find it. One back by Budgeon. Budgeon now tries a mazy little run, but it was intercepted well by Blake Wallace. It's going to be a free hit, though, to Curtin. Budgeon again just checking where the free hit's to be taken from. Just inside the 23-metre line. Goes outside, in it goes. Looking for the deflection. What a save! Well, Rennie with an outstanding save. That looked a certain goal as it was just deflected straight through the middle. And then lurking to try and get the touch was Corey Lutz. Comes to him again. Lutz, though, can't get the shot away. Breaks once more for Curtin. Was that off the foot of King? Peels by Curtin, and eventually the whistle goes. King looks to the skies, a little bit frustrated that he didn't get away with that one. Budgeon over the ball again for Curtin. Absolutely drilled. Was there a touch? No, penalty corner has been given. It came off the foot. I think it just took the toe of Matt Lewis's foot, and it will be a penalty corner to Curtin. Well, they came back against UWA. Can they come back against Hale as the floodlights come on here at the Perth Hockey Stadium? And we get the chance to thank our sponsors, FMG, Ausdrill, Danks Furniture, and Tiger Turf, along with Kookaburra. So Nick Budgeon now waits at the top of the circle. Player coach taking on the responsibility. Can he pull a goal back? Good trap. Budgeon sweeps high, hits the crossbar, comes back to Deven. Deven swings wildly, and another penalty corner has been awarded. So a 5th penalty corner. Well, Budgeon, he couldn't have done much better than that. Hit the crossbar and ricocheted back out. This time we want to keep it just a little bit lower. The arguments continue, though, with the Hale players feeling a little bit hard done by that they've conceded another penalty corner. Deven continues to debate. So Budgeon waits again at the top of the circle. Comes out, good trap from West. Budgeon this time sweeps it to the left-hand side, and it is a good flick from Nick Budgeon, and Curtin have pulled a goal back. Can they get another? We've got 10 minutes remaining in the match, so they've got plenty of time. And Nick Budgeon doing the deed there, the man who originally came from Launceston, was part of the Tasmanian Institute of Sport. Breaking forward is Bowen. Edmonds trying to keep it in play, just takes it over the side. Bowen, space there, lays it back. King, what a shot, what a save. Well, again, good positioning from Mark Taylor as it went off his pad and had a play on the far side. But I think King thought he was going to seal the match there with a 3rd for Hale. Mark Taylor had a very different view. Nick Budgeon, his mum, his dad, his brother, his grandfather, his uncles and his cousins have all represented Tasmania, as has he. So when you talk about a hockey family, Nick Budgeon's family really are the epitome of a hockey family. He's on the ball now, looking to take the free hit. Takes it himself. He looked for the free hit. Now it's going to be Deven. Budgeon and Deven come together. Deven complaining that he's caught his hand, and still complaining, Tim Deven. And now he will get back and help the defence as Edmonds comes forward. Actually, it's not Edmonds, my apologies. Oh, and dear me, Tim Deven going in with Adewine. It's getting rather nasty off the ball. Well, there's going to have to be some action there, you would think, as Budgeon lets it run, and there will now be. And Tim Deven gets a yellow card, and so too does Alex Adewine. So both players who came together will now sit together on the sideline. So we're down to 10 aside for 5 minutes with 7.5 left. Will that open up the game? How much will Deven's influence in the Hale midfield be missed? I think that all stemmed from the challenge, really, between Deven and Budgeon. Deven frustrated and then had a coming together with Adewine as West plays it square again. Edmonds just bounces painfully off the strong challenge of Blake Wallace. Wallace, though, very quick to come in and apologise. Just having a look, there was Justin Knapp. Justin Knapp, of course, who in April broke the club record for the most appearances for Hale with 276 in that match. So congratulations to him. Was formerly captain of the Australian under-21 side, Justin Knapp. Liam Flynn, a lovely little flick over the top. Whether that's kept in play, it is going to be kept in play. Brilliant by Barker, but he cracked the shot from the tightest of angles. Edmonds seems to have recovered from that little knock a few seconds ago. Still time, though, for Curtin to find an equaliser. It's going to break through again for Sam Barker. Barker has Flynn running ahead. That's a brilliant pass, and unfortunately Flynn couldn't get it under control. He gives the thumbs up to Barker and knows he probably should have done a little bit better. Taylor, though, clearing at the back again as King plays on for Hale. Comes back to Justin Knapp, played it square. Wallace finds Knapp again, deflects it down the line to King. That was beautiful to watch. We'll push in the back and it'll be a free hit to Sam Barker. Barker leaves it and King takes it. Took it from the wrong place, but retaken now. King, up it goes off the stick of the Curtin defender, so penalty corner to Hale. So the ball going in the air, creating danger, and that's why the penalty corner was awarded. Again, I'm just not sure that when that free hit was taken, player actually carried it 5 meters. It must go 5 meters before it goes into the circle. It looked like it was about 2 paces, maybe 2.5 to the left, and then 1 forward into the circle. Josh Bowen will do the injecting. Liam Flint waits at the top of the circle. Now Flynn, will he go direct? King doing the stopping. Flynn does flick direct. Good save again from Taylor, and the follow-up is a good one. And that is the 3rd goal, and probably the sealer, you would think, for Hale. It was good work coming in after the injection, and as the rebound fell to him, made absolutely no mistake, and it was Josh Bowen who hammered that one home. So it is now 3-1 to Hale. So Curtin, they've still got time, just under 5 minutes left in the match. As Ryan West, it just ricocheted off his stick and clipped his calf. His shoulders drop as the free hit's given against him. As we're joined in the commentary box by a rather loud crow. Not going to find anything to eat up here, I'm afraid. Maybe wants a job as my co-commentator. In the meantime, Bowen, the goal scorer, trying to break forward down the right-hand side. Plays on quickly, lays a pass infield to Matthew Lewis. Lewis finds Flynn. Flynn creates some space, was impeded momentarily by Maverick Yao. No free hit given. Angwin, who we said would be back out there, is out there. Flynn just misses that, and it was a very important little deflection ahead of him. West carries forward, passes to Budgeon. Budgeon sends Lachlan Ashton to the ground. Budgeon still going, finds West. West is along the baseline, looks to lay it back to the penalty spot, and waiting there was Corey Lutz, but unable to get a touch, and the rain again just falling down, rather hazy rain at the moment. Well watched in the defensive line. Maverick Yao just trying to push that towards Budgeon, but it just had too much zip on it. And now chasing this one is Bowen again. Flynn leading, Bilney following him all the way. And on the reverse stick, cleared by Nettleton. Flynn at the moment is the league's leading scorer, 19 goals in 15 matches. He's also been the winner of the Eric Pearce top goal scorer for the last 2 seasons. As it breaks top of the circle, Lewis got the shot away. Brilliant block though coming in the end from Rowan Bilney. So you'd have to say Curtin had done a good job keeping Flynn quiet. He scored 26 goals in 2017. 20 in 2018. And the interesting fact about Hale is in the last 6 seasons, 4 times have their players won the Eric Pearce Top Goal Scorer Award. So they are a team that scores a lot of goals, as Flynn is on the ball now. Dispossessed again brilliantly by Bilney, who's timed his tackle to perfection. He's flicked forward though, sees possession given back to Hale. Deven back on. Along the baseline. It's going to fall for Flynn. It goes across the face of goal, and unfortunately, well, Sam Barker, who opened the scoring, could have finished it off for Hale. But he just got his feet and his stick in the wrong position and just couldn't get the touch. So Barker will no doubt be a little bit disappointed with that. But still, Hale coming. There's Barker again. He puts his hand up. It was a pass into the right space by Deven. Maybe just a little bit too much pace for tired legs, as Sam Barker's got through a mountain of work here today. And West just gives it straight back to Deven. Now it's Flynn, top of the circle. Flynn looking to turn Bilney. Manages to get it on the reverse stick and then puts his shot over the crossbar. They did so well to turn Bilney, who's been like his shadow all afternoon. But Flynn just couldn't keep his shot down. Lachlan Ashton brings that one down from the grey skies here at Perth Hockey Stadium. Yao, good dispossession of Bowen. Yao creates some space by going infield, feeds it now to Edmonds. Lovely pass by Edmonds, and slipping inside the circle was Dane Angwin. He's got 2 balls on the pitch for the long corner in the dying seconds of the match. Budgeon. Into the circle it goes. Good defence again from Wallace, and a call to just hold the ball, which is done. And Hale have recorded a victory here at the Perth Hockey Stadium, but they had to work very, very hard. So Hale continue their good run of form. They had 2 draws, 2 wins coming into today, and they can now add another win. So unbeaten in their last 5 games. But the final score here is Curtin University 1, Hale Hockey Club 3.